It all happened so fast, I can't recall. Policeman.
And did you do a Yadaba with him?
Big albums, yeah.
That was your very
That
first.
was my first album, yeah.
Album.
Ayadaba was the first song I sang to him, and he liked it and said, "Let's do something." And then we just started to work. And these two, they were very, very instrumental in my early career.
Yeah. Did you have Ayadaba written already?
Yes.
Like, so you just performed it?
Yes, I performed it to him, but he made it such a beautiful music. He made it into a beautiful song. Took it from just the a cappella and created something beautiful around it. And the two of them, and that time was when I was going to Paris. And so the two of them.
So you had already decided to move to Paris at this point.
Yes, I had a scholarship to train to go to a school in France, the south of France. It looks like this vodka is or something in my tongue. I think from now on I'll drink water. So I went to the south of France, but there started to go. I remember Awolowo Road. I would go to restaurants and tell them, "Have you listened to this girl? You have to listen." Blah blah blah, and they would go to the radio stations and distribute, the songs and and then one day they played it on the radio and they called me, "Hey, we're up here 5 a.m. in the morning. They're playing your songs." So these were my two backbones,
Sort of helped.
Oh, a lot.
So you worked on your first album with Cobhams.
Yeah.
But you were also moving to Paris at this time.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yes.
So how was that playing out in your head? Because you're promoting this album here, but you're also leaving the city or the country. Even.
Well, I had recorded Eyadaba Aniba, and so I let that I left that with him, and went to Paris, and with those two songs, they were distributing it, asking people to listen. But I was still writing songs, I had not written Bibanke, had not written So Beautiful. I wrote So Beautiful in Paris. And I wrote Bibanke as well in Paris. So when I came back to Paris, when I came back to Lagos, we started to record again.
How old were you at this time?
Maybe I was, I can't remember, 21, 20, I don't remember.
When you moved to Paris?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're moving to Paris for school?
Yeah. And to be with this group, Asata, because, they came to Nigeria. I was the lead singer of the group. And then we had an opportunity to tour France. So that was why I moved. And then at the same time, I had a scholarship to go to the music school there.
Were you not worried? Because, you've been trying this music thing out here. And here you are now trying to move to a completely new country. Did you speak French at the time?
No, not a word.
So how did you feel about, this transition?
It was an opportunity for me to go. And, for me, it was just an opportunity, It was another phase of my career.
So you didn't move back to Paris because you were born there? Was it because there was...
No, I didn't move
The opportunity just happened to be Paris again?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. I always thought it was because you went back to,
No.
your city of birth.
If it weren't for this band or the scholarship, I wasn't going to go to Paris. I'll probably go there to visit.
Okay. So you're in Paris and you start hearing that you're on air in Lagos. And then what?
And, I went back to Lagos. I went back to Lagos to continue recording. The next year again, I went to Paris and wrote more songs. And it just, Paris, Lagos just started happening. Every year since then, always going to Paris until I got signed.
Yeah. Were you surprised at the fact that Lagos accepted your sound? Did you expect it to happen?
I was surprised. I wanted it to happen, but how it was going to happen.
You didn't know.
You have a dream, you have an idea, but I didn't expect it, I didn't expect it. Ayadaba was, such a simple song, really simple, and I didn't expect that, they would they'll accept it the way they did.
Yeah. Because I remember the first time I think I saw you perform, must have been the Future Awards, '06 or '07, I'm not sure.
Okay.
One of them. And I remember the crowd, the response to the sound. And this was a time when I like to call it Afro pop. I don't know how you feel about Afro beats, but we'll get to that conversation. Was still sort of, and you are what we would call alternative now, you know. And I was very surprised at how, you know, people responded to this sound 15 years ago. Which is why I ask, how did you? Were you surprised? So, are you saying it was? Do you think it was the Cobhams effect? Do you think the timing? What do you think happened at that moment? Because you'd been trying out for years.
No, but I'd never recorded.
You'd never. You were just performing.
I was just performing, but when I say performing, I was training. For me, I was training. For me, I wanted to know how it was to perform on stage and not get tired. The first time I went on a big stage, I was exhausted. After the first song, I said, "Wow, something's wrong.
Yeah.
I have to manage my energy." So every time my manager, then I always told him, "I'm not ready. And this is even after the competition, I'm not ready.
Why?
I need to train." I just felt I wasn't ready. You know, for many years I'd been silenced by people telling me, "No, your voice, blah, 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 blah." So for many years I was mute. So when I got the chance to start singing now, and I'm given a damn about what people thought, I needed to train. I've performed on huge stages, but only in my mind's eye, never been on it physically. So I needed to be there now physically.
Yeah.
So when I first got on stage, I had exhausted my energy. I was panting. I was like, we got to learn how to last for 30 minutes, girl. So you see, all those things I needed to train.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, the music, and that's the beauty of meeting Cobhams. It was beautiful. You know, he took the music somewhere else. You know, that's the beauty of collaboration. I love collaborating.
Yeah.
And so it was the, you know, Asha Cobham's effect. It was together. You know, it was with Janet as well. We cannot credit Janet because she was always there. You know, encouraging us. She's still there, encouraging.
20 years later.
Cooking for us, telling us when we fight, guys, relax, you know, calm down. Not that she was a strong person, you know. She never went out. She never tried to, you know. She had people, you know, Cobhams liked her, you know. And I said, hey, you know what? Why don't you date him? He will make more music.
Wow.
And she said, girl, no, you don't get it. If we fight, this is over.
Yes.
She was strong, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, this three of us, we were tight, you know.
Have you worked with him recently? When last did you work with him?
I think the last time I worked was on my third album.
Yeah.
I mean, Cobhams is super busy. You know, he's a father now, has 2 kids and all that. So he's busy, and I'm also outside, traveling. Our time is not, you know, right? But he's one person that I will always want to work with because I believe we had a connection, and we still have magic, you know? Yeah.
What was the moment when you realized, wow, okay, it looks like this is, Asha is happening?
Oh my God, I don't know if I've arrived there yet.
Come on.
No, swear.
No,
God.
this modesty is not working for me. Hello.
Yeah, I'm not being modest here. I'm not being
Here,
modest.
at least.
No.
Like, they called you a veteran.
That's an annoying thing. You know, it feels like it's just open a coffin and veteran.
There has to been a moment when you felt like, okay, I mean, I can walk different. I can, you know. I've been to your shows
Yeah.
at certain venues where I know that in 2002 you couldn't dare to book. So I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I mean the thing is, I think my brother told me, "Man, where you from? You just finished a huge show, and the next thing you're doing is you're gonna go work out." Like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe I should celebrate more. Maybe I'm not celebrating enough. But I just don't feel I have gotten there. Maybe I've gotten there, but I'm still waiting for something else.
Which
Maybe
is?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I've toured. Each album I toured 2 years. Honestly, I think I've had a successful career.
Yeah, you have.
But I don't stop to look. I just want to keep going. And I don't feel like I have, so I can't walk in a certain way. Well, anyway, in high school, I always thought I walked weird. Maybe that's that thing. I already walked like I was a singer. But, I don't know. Sometimes I look back and, when I hear people like the artists coming out now, the alternative artists coming out and saying, "Oh, Asha, I listened to you. You made me go into music. Oh, Asha, you did this to me. Oh, Asha, you did that." That really, really makes me emotional.
Yeah.
It really.
Because you didn't have a lot of that.
Didn't have any, nothing, zilch. So when they say and seeing what they're doing, the confidence, the I don't care attitude, I love it. I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so when in my capacity, I will support. I support as much as I can because they inspire me.
In 2001, 2, 3, who are you listening to in Nigeria now? Because that's when with the Plantation Boys,
I used to listen to them.
Remedies. Were there people that you listen to then that you like?
I've all those guys. Remedies.
Tribesmen.
Yeah, Tribesmen. Who else? I don't think Two-Face was in.
He was in Plantation Boys.
Yeah, he was there in the 90s, no?
Yeah, he was in Plantation Boys.
Yeah, I listened to him. Was Azadas. Lumentain,
Maintain before he became a Lumentain. Yeah.
Maintain. Oh my God, he just passed away.
Sound Sultan.
Sound Sultan. Who else? There were in a lot of.
There weren't that many, as many as they are now. Yeah, but
there were a lot. Yeah, a lot of women, but Yinka Davis wasn't really. She was just a musician
in her space.
Great musician, so she wasn't into all that. But I listened to her. Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys.
What did you think of music at the time?
Of
Nigerian music.
What did I think? It's hard. One thing I always said, sometimes there was some music that, God, someone take a gun and just shoot me. It's like, but then one guy came out, they call him M.I. And I say the savior.
Oh, you were a huge M.I. fan?
Oh, yeah. I remember where I was when I listened to M.I. No,
I'm
sorry, it wasn't M.I. I'm sorry. It was before M.I. Who was his name? As a rapper before M.I.
Mode 9.
Not Mode 9.
Rapper before M.I. Mode 9 need to see Ikejuku.
He was before those guys.
Before M.I. Who's that?
He came and he did.
Terry the Rap Man?
No, he.
Rugged Man.
Rugged. I said, oh my God, who's this guy? Okay, music is becoming serious. Now we're serious, I like that. Of course, M.I. came out and, M.I. is an amazing person, super talented. But that was a change.
Yeah, for you.
Rugged Man, that was a big change.
Just kind of switched things up.
It's like we mean business now. No more trying to force things down our throats. That guy is just like, matter of fact, you, out of the way. And I was like, praise the Lord.
So he spoke your mind.
Yes. It was amazing.
To the people he spoke about?
Yeah. I've been thinking about the same thing. Like, I think I did what.
So you thought Tony Tetwila was trash?
No, not Tony Tetwila. I love Tony. Tony is sweet, but I shouldn't say this. Right? I just thought they weren't. Look. What? Why were they playing certain songs? Not Tony.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about or Eddie. Eddie is beautiful. But why
Idris?
they allowing certain people? I won't mention names, but they allow certain people come up with the songs. Why are they doing this to us? So when he came, I was like, okay. It wasn't only Idris. It was more about what's behind him. Who is behind him. The big, I'm like, okay, thank you very much. Okay. So me that I'm listening now, I need to sit up.
Is this Kenny's music you're talking about? Did you ever approach? I say approach.
No.
Did you ever approach?
No, I haven't mentioned names. Did I?
Did you ever have a conversation with Kenny's music back in the day about,
I don't know.
because they were big at the time.
They were huge.
Yeah. Did you try out with them?
No, never.
But you thought, is that because you thought their platform promoted
Yeah, I mean.
not so great music?
Well, I just thought we could do better.
Yeah.
You
thought they weren't good enough for you?
No, they were awesome. They really kept us entertained. But there were some type of music that they allowed. And I said, no, but this is
You watered down things too much.
They just allowed it. That was okay, like, this is not Nigeria. Nigeria, we got good people. Why are you making it look like this is a norm now?
Yeah.
So, and we accepted. I accepted. I settled. What can I do? And I settled. But when Rugged Man came out
and called everybody
it
out.
just woke me up. I was like, oh, okay. So, all right, you're giving me the license to go.
Just do your thing.
Do your
Be
thing.
confident enough.
No, and we're listening. We're watching you.
Yeah.
We're watching. Don't think nobody's taking notes.
Yeah.
So that's what it. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like the honesty. So, you have 4 albums out now?
Yeah.
When was the last
It's
one?
going to be the 5th one.
When was the last one?
2019.
Before that was 14.
Yeah, I think so.
Before that was 10 or
Yeah.
9 or so. You seem to take very long
Yeah.
breaks in between. What do you do in those moments?
Well, I'm touring. For each album, I would take 2 years on the road. And but the one that took 5 years, that was like another change in my life. I was now having relationships, and I just wanted to just experience what it is about, and write and be inspired. I wanted to do things that I felt like doing. I didn't want to force the process. I didn't want to force music. So, yeah. I mean, each of my projects, I've always wanted to let it have something tangible. Not because, I don't feel this, something happens to me and I want to write about it. I wanted it to feel real, But the next album is quite different. It's a different approach, It's a different
We're going to get to the next album, but I get a sense from everything you keep saying that, what matters to you most is sort of the messaging, the quality, what you feel. But it's also called show business, and the business side should never be forgotten, How important is that to you? Because, you need to make money and make a living out of this. Is that less important than the passion for you? And how much less important is it?
Oh, I think showbiz is very important. But you must come to a place where you are able to balance. If you're comfortable with it, there's nothing wrong with mixing it. Um, for me, I've always wanted to go with the passion. You know, I didn't want it. I didn't want to be diluted. I wanted to just go for real. And I think um, I think I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm seeing things and trying out things. And I'm saying, you know what? There's nothing wrong with mixing the two, because the only way it can happen is if I'm ready. So I'm ready. You know. So in the past, it always been more of the passion than the showbiz. But now, it's gonna be a good balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realize that the money is also important.
Money is always maybe as a as a fault of mine. I never think of money. Maybe it's the wrong thing. Maybe.
Where are you from? You need small Ijabu or Igbo
maybe,
blood.
maybe I just never ever think about that, because it will come. So I never think about that. It always comes. So I never put that as the first thing for me. I think that's what's been able to keep me together. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's been the hardest, the toughest point, this your arc with music? Because you've done, you started out doing live, trying to, prepare yourself, did a few TV shows just to test out your talent and all of that, and then you've grown. In that journey, what points do you remember now? Just, wow, I can't believe I survived this, or I went through this, or this defined how I think now, how I make music today.
I don't understand your question.
Yeah, have there been any moments that have been so tough, in your journey through music? When you look back now, you're like, okay, there was a moment where maybe I nearly gave it all up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe twice now. I almost gave it up.
Yeah, when and when?
I think it's a big. Maybe before writing this last album.
What happened?
I think for me, apart from the passion, what I always said, I didn't like were the people involved in the music. The business part of it. We're talking about contracts and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the ugly part of it. When people don't even know how you wrote the song, how it came about, they just come and they just
and it's all business.
Everything upside down. I don't like that. It just kind of takes me away from my path. That focus that I had, that thing that never made me waver. But with these guys, these people, I'm a little bit. It's foggy, and I hate to be in that situation,
Yeah.
So because of that, I was like, oh gosh, music that I loved is no longer what I love doing. It's now a job, But I'm past that now, because I have people like Janet. When I'm down, she's up. It's like, no, girl, hey, no way. That's nothing. That's not the place to go.
Yeah.
And then you have to keep doing it. So that's my thinking now. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. When people will come to me and say, "Oh, thank you. I was down. I was depressed." But
Yeah.
and when I hear that, I'm like,
That's huge.
why are you doing this? You have to. People want you to continue. That's quite selfish of me to think that way. And like maybe I should celebrate more. Maybe I should listen more to people. Maybe I should let them say what all these good things. Allow it. Don't push it and say, "Oh no, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet." No, allow it. So I'm in a different place, but in a good place in my head. I'm in a very good place. I'm more, I'm more playful. I'm more open. I'm more I'm more
Happy-go-lucky.
happy-go. I'm that girl in Asha. It's out now. So I'm playing. Yeah.
Are you still in touch
Enjoy.
with your dad?
My dad is passed away.
When did he pass away?
I think 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
How were things with him before he
Not
passed
good.
away?
Not good.
Do you regret how things ended with both of you?
I regret not telling him giving him a piece of my mind.
What would you have told him?
I told him he was an asshole,
Really?
big time.
To you or to the family or to your mom?
Just generally, he wasn't. I wish I told him that, and then this is one of the fear that he put in me that I couldn't say. So that's my regret.
What would telling him have done for you?
It would have meant that I wasn't afraid of this person. There's something about being afraid. And, like God, you revere God, you fear God. It's kind of a respectable. This one, fear as a predictor, is the kind of feeling I have towards him. So it's neither respect nor, that kind of reverence you have for God. It's just this person, you're not on your 2 feet, when you're talking to this person, 'cause you don't know. But when I look back, I took a lot of him, a lot of his attitude, his mannerism, what he does, the art, the culture. He's a cultural man. He reads a lot. I read a lot. He used to have a library. I have a library. He loved, wine and he had vinyls. I do. So I take a lot of these things from him. He's austere. I'm a little bit, he's disciplined. I take that. But what I am not is that, the way he brought us up, And,
Was he abusive?
African father, I don't know if that been abusive, It was just a bit, he was a disciplinarian. So, abusive to my mom, yes, but to the kids, he I think he overdid it, wanting the bit to keep us straight, it was a bit too confusing, you love, but then you hate, and then you come and say you love, and then you hit, and it's a bit confusing. So I find myself not steady around this person. Meanwhile, my mom is balanced. She's balanced.
So you saw him abuse your mom?
Yeah.
Often? Is that why you said you saw the separation coming?
I can't believe I'm saying this. Yes, I did. And it disturbed me. It disturbed me for
Years.
Oh yeah. I thought all men were like that for a while. Until my grandfather, who's been married to my grandma for almost 50 years, said, "No, not all men. Look, I'm married to your grandma." He did, and I didn't like that. So that's why I say, "Hey, woman, what are you doing here?" I told my mom. I said, "You need to leave."
You told her?
I was a little girl, and she didn't listen. I said, "You need to leave. You need to leave this guy. I don't understand. If this is the guy, I don't want to get married.
It's not working.
I'm sorry. If this is it, no, I don't want. But I think looking back, I don't think they were compatible. Maybe.
Yeah. Did he talk about your music before he passed?
He loves my music. He has, he loves my music. He's proud. He would read newspapers and, vaunt with his friends, yeah, that's my daughter. And he told me one day, you remember, if it's not all the beating I used to beat you, we'll beat this. I said, look
You
at
actually
this
said
guy.
that?
Yeah. I said, look at this dude, man. When does it stop for this guy? No, it did. Yeah, because I disappoint you. Like, wow.
Oh, wow.
What about mom? What is so I mean,
Was it just you and mom, or even
no,
your
I had my
brothers?
siblings, yeah.
So your brothers as well.
Yeah. Maybe not the last one because I was too little.
Yeah.
And me, my older brother, and me, we were the experiment. the yeah, because I'm second and he's older, so
Yeah.
so he got immune to the beating. I didn't want to be touched, but I still got it.
Yeah. At what point? Because you say you talked to your mom. Sorry, I just want to be clear on this. You say you talked to your mom about this. Was there a point where do you know what point she realized, it was done?
I mean, she called us and told us, let's go on a trip.
Yeah.
And we're not going to come back. And I said, yes.
This was in Jos?
Yeah.
So you left your dad in Jos?
Left him.
And moved back to Lagos?
Yes.
With your mom?
Yes.
Did he ask where you guys were? Did he?
He figured it out that,
They've left me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it took months of planning.
Yeah.
And I was looking at my mom like, when did you wake up?
Yeah. Did you see him often after that?
Yeah, I saw him. I would visit him, but it was, it was the same thing. Too much confusion, He was mad. He was mad at us. He was mad at me. I was,
You took the wrong side.
on the plan, and so he would take it out on me. And I was like, how can a father start blaming his kids for, planning? But so those were the things I wish I'd told him that.
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
get
see.
that. Now I get that. Yeah.
You didn't know what we were going through. You refused,
to see
to
it.
see. You're so in your, it's you. It's I did tell him some things, and he just started like, I didn't know, like, wow. But it took a lot of courage for me to do that because I'm still very scared of this person, even over the phone. So that was how much power he had.
Yeah. And your mom? How's she taking the music?
Oh, she loves my mom. Yeah, have you seen?
She came around eventually.
Have you seen the Yoruba woman? She's always loved it. She
just doesn't think it was.
She just wanted me to be. What? And when I look back now, even my father, he wanted me to be safe.
Yeah.
Like now,
they didn't see the path.
No, and I completely understand now as a grown-up person. I'm like, if my child says he or she wants to,
you're gonna be like,
no.
What was the plan B?
Yeah, no. Well, first of all, welcome to the crazy world because your mom is crazy. First of all, for you to want to do music, or art, you have to be really crazy. And when I say crazy, it's in a good way. You are passionate about this. You're ready to give everything 100%. To this, even when it's subjective, people might not like it. It's not one, size fit all. It's not this cup here is perfect. Music, I might not like it, and so that's the uncertainty about art. But when looking back, I knew they wanted me to be safe. They wanted me to have,
So you
meant
understand
good.
that?
They meant good, yes.
Yeah. Any of your other siblings in?
No, none. They love.
So it was just you.
Music lovers, but no, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So I asked you what you thought about music back in 01, 02, 03. What do you think about music now in Nigeria? Because it's a completely
different,
mind-blowing scene.
Yeah.
Did you see this coming?
No, but I'm glad. I'm just glad. I'm. What can I say?
Yeah.
It's a revolution all over the world. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's inspiring too, I'm happy with what's going on. You know, we have an industry everywhere in the world. People want to be like, you know, us. They want to do like us. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I'm happy.
What do you think of the name Afrobeats?
Well, it has come to stay. There's nothing. It's just a name, you know. It's a name.
You don't really care.
No, no more. No more. I was a bit
Irritated by it.
No, like, oh, you gotta respect fellas late.
Yeah, don't put
you
an
know.
S just there.
You
And
know, but hey, you know, it's what it is. It's a wave. We either go with the wave or we let it, take over. You know, so Afrobeats, Afro we're good. Let's go on.
yeah.
You know, yeah.
I'm gonna put you.
It's a culture. Afrobeats is a culture. You know, it's a
Yeah.
entirely new generation. You know, so this is gonna be their story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the spot a bit, and do what we usually do on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Burna Boy, Davido, Wizkid.
I should choose. Oh, that's hard.
Come on, it's not that hard. And you are a blunt speaker, so I know you have a favorite.
My number one will be Wizkid.
Why?
It's so hard because I like Davido. And Burna Boy is an amazing musician.
But why Wizkid?
I've always loved Wizkid's melodies. I think he's an amazing melody maker. So that one, pop,
That makes him top.
he got it, yeah.
Yeah. Then Davido.
That's hard because Davido is a great interpreter. Davido sings and he means it. You feel it. He's serious. And Davido did something, and he's an icon. Do you get?
I agree.
Like the iconoclast, or
Yeah.
he's an icon because he brought in a different, the business part of it, songwriting. And he gave credit to those. I may not be right with the information, but I think he brought something different. Another aspect
Yeah.
to music.
Yeah.
And then Burna Boy, he's a musician. He's a total musician,
Complete
so all
package.
these people, not one is better or greater than the other.
Yeah.
They are all serving, and they have different, feuds, and they're amazing.
Have they all reached out to you for collaborations? Or have you reached out to them?
No. Not with they, Wizkid. Yes, there was a tweet some time ago that Wizkid.
Yeah.
So, we continued with that conversation when we met. So something.
Something's
is
cooking.
in the works. Yes.
Just with Wizkid.
Yes. For now.
Okay.
For now, yeah.
So if you notice that I didn't really call, I didn't call any female musicians.
I wasn't to say we have to talk about female women.
And
We don't
the
have
talk,
enough.
yes, and I see it a lot. And something came up even recently on social media about how women don't support women in the industry. Someone put out this whole thread about linked Davido to a couple of artists, linked all of these artists to people who they brought up, and how female musicians don't seem to have that with supporting. Why? First of all, what do you think of the female music scene in Nigeria, and why do you think, like you just said, we don't have enough? It almost looks like there has to be one or two at best at a time. I mean, there's you, there's Tiwa. There's a lot of you. There's Yemi Alade,
There's
Omawumi,
Yemi,
Simi, Thames,
Yeah.
all of these people who are bubbling under as well. But it always feels like, the guys almost always get the attention. Why do you think that is? I mean, in Hollywood, it's the other way around almost.
Yeah. I think we need to celebrate women more because it's not easy. These guys can all support each other, as you say, but for one woman to break,
Why?
first you have to the people who's she working with the guy first. The guy's either trying to get into her pants, just trying. It's hard to get a woman to come from. She got a costuming, the makeup,
Look a certain way.
and she has to. The guys can repeat their shirts 10 times, turn it inside out, You know, we're the same pants. Who cares? But it's not the same with the women. They're different, and we must celebrate them. I'm just thinking women. I'm saying women haven't had enough chance. They've not had enough.
Yeah.
We have Tiwa, we have Yemi Alade, we have Simi, but it's not enough. We have Thames. We need more, and we need to celebrate them
Would you collaborate with any of them?
with pleasure.
What's stopping you?
Oh, nothing's stopping me. I mean, I've Yemi's come over to the house. We've done stuff together. Simi too has been amazing. I wanted during the SARS Must Go campaign. I had a song. I
And SARS.
End SARS thing, and and I reached out to her, and she came through. So I have no problem. We have great people. In fact, I'm super happy. We have new people. Wavy, the creator.
Wavy the Creator, Ira Star.
Oof,
There's a lot of them doing really good stuff.
Lady Downley
Lady
is doing her
Downley.
own thing. So I think we need more. With Tenny,
Oh my God.
Tenny Niniola,
Yeah.
amazing. But we need more in that industry. I think we need more. And please, for the women, it's different.
Yeah.
Don't get hard on the women that they're not supporting. You're not even supporting them enough.
First of all.
Yes, you're not supporting them. You're not giving them, what do we call those things? Branding.
Yeah.
You're not.
Endorsements, all of that.
Push them. America worships their female artists.
It's crazy.
France,
I
we
don't
should
understand
do the
why it's
same.
not the same here.
No, it's the way they see women. It's the way they see women, and it's wrong. It needs to change.
Because I think of it a lot. When you think of America, if you count top 5 artists in America,
Yeah.
you're probably going to mention Beyonce, probably going to mention, Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
and maybe one or two others. But here you have to go down before people
yeah.
start thinking of,
Yeah. Yeah, and we have to know that men. It's easy to have fans. Women always, for every man, there's 10 women.
Yeah.
Even my drummer, at the end of the show, he has 3 women on the wings. Me, the lead singer,
She said even my drum
the star of the night,
has nobody heckling.
goes to bed alone.
Hello.
You know?
Why you not toasting my...
Don't worry, I'm not saying. Keep handling your camera. I'll talk to you later. And I'm like, but every guy thinks every port. There's a guy waiting for me.
Yeah.
No, it's misconception. This is hard for the women. People must understand.
Yeah.
And they need to change their ideas to. They need to, uplift those women. Uplift Tiwa, uplift Yemi. Yemi is amazing. Do you know when I see Yemi Alade, I'm a little girl again, because she makes me dream.
Yeah.
She's beautiful and she's happy when she dances, and I want to be like that.
Yeah.
So it's me as well. Thames is amazing. Thank God, she's breaking, the charts. But we need more of this. We don't have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When are we going to see a collaboration, though, with any of those people?
Well, I mean, it's my plan is not to stay as long as I did.
The last time.
Yes. So I'm gonna continue working, and as it feels natural, we will see the collaboration.
Would you call yourself a Nigerian artist?
Yes. What else should I call myself? Asha, Dubai.
I don't know. You're in Paris.
No,
Eating, drinking
I'm
Sauvignon Blanc, or whatever it is you people call it.
No, I'm first and foremost, I'm Nigerian. People need to understand I'm Nigerian. Yes, I'm on tour most of the time. I'm outside. We're taking the Nigerian culture outside. We're making people proud. We're giving another story of Nigeria. But thank God, Afrobeat is doing more of that work now.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. But what we're doing is just really spreading culture.
Are you an
outside.
Are you an Afrobeats artist?
Afrobeat artist. What do you mean by Afrobeat artist?
I mean, they seem to bunch every Nigerian artist
Afrobeat
into Afrobeats. Are you an Afrobeats artist?
I don't like to be,
Bunched up.
Yeah, but Mayan, my new single, is Afrobeat. So, Afrobeat mixed with, the fusion Latin, but the theme is all African influenced.
Yeah.
So I don't know about Afrobeat. I don't want to be in a basket, the box. The next project could be something else, So, But I'm Afro. I'm African.
Anyway,
what more do you need?
And you've got beats.
I can't, if it's Afrobeats now, that's where we're going,
Yeah.
So I can't be less African, than I am. I'm 100% African.
Yeah. We're gonna jump into now to your new project, new single. Before that, I want to talk relationships because you were talking about your band, your band man getting babes and you're not catching anything.
No.
We hardly hear anything about Ashan relationships. Mm-hmm. I think I've seen one or two places where you were dating an Englishman at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe one or two other rumors here and there. First of all, now are you single?
Yes, I am.
Why?
Because I haven't found somebody. Not that I'm looking for.
But you're in a relationship a few years ago?
I was.
Did pandemic happen to you too?
No.
What happened?
We just ended it because he just asked me. We were trying to make it work, and I was doing what my mom will do, trying to make it work. And he said
it wasn't working.
No, I honestly first I actually really want to end it because I couldn't do that long distance thing.
Oh, where was he?
He's in Switzerland. He's a Swiss.
And you were in
person.
Paris
I was
/ Lagos.
in Lagos.
Oh, okay.
And then of course Paris, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't. It was too much.
There's no Lagos man for you?
My girl Janet did it for 6 years. I'm like, girl.
You tried.
I've been with a guy for a long time. We're friends, and he was my bassist. And he was the most inconsistent bassist I've ever seen in my life. In fact, I named my first car after him because the car never drove straight. And
what was your car called?
John.
Ah, hey, John.
John always broke down. Whenever there was rain, it would break down. On the 3rd Milan Bridge, you'll be praying. You see? So, but John, the real John, he come for rehearsal, he's late. But he's such a good, he's such a good bassist. And John I used to see John around with girls, and he would tell me the story about each girl. I liked John, you see. But when John comes to me and tells me about all these girls, every time, don't even go there with this John.
So hopefully still marriage and children. That's
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
If whatever God says, I'm going with,
Fingers crossed on that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about new music.
Yes.
What brought you back? Was it the lockdown pandemic? How did that affect you, and how did that affect this new sound we're hearing? Because a lot of you were either inspired or depressed by the lockdown. And Paris went through it. Were you in Paris or Lagos?
I was in Paris. Actually,
okay.
we were on
It was very
tour.
tough there, wasn't it?
I didn't stay that long. I was on tour. I just finished Germany, and we entered into France. We're doing, I think, the south of France, and we made our way, I think, the east of Paris, and then we got to this town and they said the mayor said we're gonna have to shut down the concert. That was the first time, like, wow,
What is this thing?
serious. So we all just sat around waiting to hear the news. They had gone to the town hall, blah blah blah, and actually came and said we're gonna have to shut, down the concert. And so we got on the bus with our trucks, loaded everything, and went back to Paris. And I was like, okay, maybe I'll stay a little bit in Paris, go into the studio, and think of what next to do. And before you know it, very quickly, they were bringing new laws. Oh, the borders are shut, and I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually, I will not lie. Janet said, Asha, if you know what's good for you, go back home.
Yeah.
You gotta go back home. And I was like, yeah, but wait, it's not that serious. What's this COVID everyone's talking about? I say, no, you have to go back home. And I thank God that I did. I thank God, because I didn't want to get
So back home to
locked.
Paris or Lagos?
Go back home to Lagos.
Oh, so you were here through the lockdown?
So I came, I came. This is right before they locked
The airport.
The airport. I came, and I think the COVID inspired this album, and also allowed me meet people. Since my first album, I never stayed long enough to develop a relationship, with people, to meet. I was always on the road, always touring. So this was time to meet people. And so that was what I was doing.
Yeah. So when is this album out?
So we're working on it will come early next year, definitely, either January or February.
Okay.
Yeah. But before that, there's going to be another song coming out before.
But when you said the lockdown influenced it, in what way? Is it human relations? Is it personal to how you see life? What exactly?
Meeting the people I was meeting.
Okay.
I met Prime, who is an awesome producer. His approach is quite it's wide. His knowledge of music is pretty wide, and so for me, just sitting at home was quite depressing. Like, what's next? But very quickly, I saw the opportunity that the COVID,
presented.
This is your time, this is your moment. You need to take control and show people what you want them to show. Direct your stuff, produce, and just put it out, But COVID was the people it brought to my home, and I'm glad that I met Prime, and we did the songs together. And really, the songs were the ones that inspired the story. Not COVID. Originally, I'm COVID. How do we call it? Restriction. My life is.
Yeah, already is a lunar, anyways.
I'm already used to it. So.
It wasn't new.
It wasn't new. It wasn't. I loved the.
So you were laughing at the rest of us.
I know I wasn't. I didn't even see what was going on.
This one's panicking.
I would just look out and I would see, fishes jumping out from the water. The sky
it was clear.
Blue. Oh, I see. God, it's amazing. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Everyone, the animals are thanking God. Like, whoa, what's happening?
Yeah. Great stuff, man. So, you have new music out, though.
Yes.
Which is?
By Yana.
What inspired that?
The music, and, sitting, every day in front of the lake and just writing songs, It just brought something peaceful. But really, the music, I allow the music take me wherever I wanted to go this time. I just let it go. When I hear the music, I start to see images, and then boom, I've got the view of the water, and I write.
So Mayan is out?
Mayan is out.
Yeah, but the album probably early next year.
Yes.
How many songs, you think?
10.
Any features?
Yes.
With?
See, we're gonna keep that.
Ah,
It's a
come
surprise.
on. I thought we were cool now.
Yeah, we're cool. But keep that as a surprise.
Yeah.
To surprise you, give you a little bit of surprise.
I feel like for as long as I've known, every time I hear conversations about the Grammys, your name comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Are you disappointed it hasn't happened yet?
No. It was something that I consciously didn't
Pursue?
pursue yet.
You've never submitted? Or
No.
why? Oh, really?
I have.
You haven't?
My third album was recorded by a Grammy award winning engineer, which
Okay.
put me on the Grammy
Radar.
But I trashed that album. I put it in the trash.
Why?
I wasn't happy with it.
So you didn't bother with it?
No, I didn't bother.
Are you going to do it with this one, you think?
I will. Now I will consciously, enter for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've always heard Asha
Touch
Grammys.
wood. Is this real wood?
Perhaps. Don't quote me. Nice. Would you ever do anything besides music? First of all, in the arts, and maybe
Yeah.
outside the arts.
I don't know.
Acting? No.
Oh yeah, I want to.
You would?
I'm always auditioning in my house, in my room, but I
Front of
don't
the
have
mirror.
the courage like you said.
To actually do it.
to auditions. I was like, wow, that's so courageous. I should, but I want to try act. Maybe
That would be interesting.
Theater, because
Yeah.
I acted in high school. It was a
Yeah.
satire. I was yabbing our house mistress, and she was laughing.
And your libraries project, which I know you were very
Yeah.
huge on before, is it
Yeah.
still on?
Not for now.
Yeah.
It's quiet. I kind of learned a few things about Nigerian port and importing books,
Yeah.
and so I said, you know what, I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, hold on, man. Congratulations. What's the album going to be called? Don't look at
So
Janet.
it's my. I want her to help me out here. But still, it's gonna be my fifth album.
Yes.
So it's 5.
5.
Yeah.
That's a good title.
Thank you.
Anybody you'd like to work with, locally and internationally, that you haven't yet?
You mean singers?
Yeah, collaborations.
I'd love to work with Niniola.
Oh, nice.
Tenny's amazing.
We saw you in the picture with the World the other day.
World is an amazing person.
Did you guys do something together?
Oh yes.
For his project or your project?
We were doing something. We did something together.
Okay.
A project together.
Nice.
World is an amazing person. Who else? I don't know. Simi.
Yeah.
Who else? I don't know. Davido. I want to work with Davido.
Davido and Asha would be
Yeah, we're
so
gonna
wild.
kill it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for doing this, man. I'm
Thank
looking
you.
forward to 5.
Yes.
Hopefully you don't change the name before then. And all the best with everything, man.
Thank you.
And hope the Grammy comes.
Yeah.
And that's the plan.
Yeah. I'll bring the Grammy home.
And you come back here.
You watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, Asha. Nice. Woo!
Thanks for having me.
Did you like that?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you're such a good conversationist. Oh, you brought out.
What did I do?
You brought out all the stuff.
But it was fun.
Policemen everywhere. Rest away. It all happened so fast, I can't recall. Policemen everywhere.